Hey guys, it's Fire Ginger Wolf back here with a Guild Wars video. For this video, I'm playing with a condition damage Virtuoso. However you say it, this is going to be the idea of the build. Sorry with the weird audio lately. I'm not sure what's going on. It's picking up everything a lot louder with the last couple videos. So I'm going to try and just unplug my headphones after this video overnight and see if that makes a difference. So sorry if that's been annoying. It's not had too much effect. It could be worse. I've had staticky in a lot of past videos, but hopefully it gets fixed after this video. So we'll jump in here, run through everything as usual, and then we'll get into our two games. So the season just finished, which kind of sucked. I was hoping to get the last chest, but we didn't, but that's okay. So we'll start with our traits here. So we have Chaos, we have Metaphysical Rejuvenation. Make sure I've got the right ones here. 1 second. Yes, sorry. Yes, Chaos, Metaphysical Rejuvenation, gain regeneration when struck while below the health threshold. Method of Madness, cast Lesser Chaos Storm when you use a healing skill, which creates a magical storm at the target location that applies random conditions to foes and boons to allies. The first strike of the storm dazes foes. Illusionary Membrane, while you have regeneration, condition damage you deal is increased and condition damage you take is reduced. Chaotic Potency, gain condition damage, gain additional condition while wielding a staff, and then staff and trident skills gain reduced recharge. Chaotic Persistence, gain concentration and expertise while affected by regeneration. And then we have Bountiful Disillusionment, gain stability when you use a shatter skill, gain additional boons based on what shatter skill you used, and we get regeneration from the last one, which will offer us that extra bonuses. For illusions, we have Cry of Pain, shatter skill 2 inflicts more stacks of confusion for an increased duration. The Pledge reduces recharge on torch skills, flame burst from torch skills inflict additional burning. Compounding Power, create an illusion, increase your outgoing damage, and gives increased condition damage for a short duration. Maim the Disillusion, shatter skills inflict torment on hit. Master Misdirection, shatter skills gain recharge reduction. And then Malicious Sorcery, increase attack speed while wielding a scepter, reduces recharge on scepter skills. And then for the Virtuoso, we get the Blades. Whenever a clone will be summoned, you instead stock a blade. Blades persist indefinitely until you use your shatter skills replaced with blade songs that consume your stock blades but still count as shatters for the purpose of core traits. So we get, we'll run through those in a second here. Jagged Mind, blade attacks inflict bleed on critical hits, and a percentage of your condition damage dealt heals you, which will work well for this. Deadly Blades. Blades inflict vulnerability on critical hits. After successfully casting a blade song, increase all damage dealt for a short time. This does not stack, so we get extra damage and condition damage. Sharpening Sorrow. Gain Fury when you activate Blade Song Sorrow, which is the second one. Get Fury increases your expertise, so when we trigger that, we get the extra expertise, which increases condition duration. Quiet Intensity. Fury gives an increased critical hit chance, and then gain ferocity based on your vitality. And then Blood Song. Bleeding you apply deals increased damage. Stock a blade after applying enough stacks of bleeding to foes. So, like I said, a bunch of condition damage. Hopefully this works well. For Mirror, we have Reflect Projectiles and Heal Yourself. Arcane Thievery. Send conditions you have to your foe and steal their boons. Successfully hitting your target slows on them while granting you quickness. Signet Domination improves condition damage, or we can activate to stun our foe. Signet of Midnight improves expertise, condition duration, or we can blind nearby foes and stealth ourselves. And Thousand Cuts, open a portal that devastates targets in a line in front of you with a flurry of blades. For the Shatter skills, we have Blade Song Harmony, fire all stock blades at your target, applying Might to Torment. Blade Song Sorrow, fire all stock blades inflicting your target with conditions, including Confusion, Bleeding, Torment, and we get Vigor and Fury. These blue stuff is enhanced from the traits. Blade Song Dissonance, I'm not going to say that wrong. Combine all your blades into one large blade that dazes targets based on the number of blades consumed. And then Blade Turn Requiem. Block incoming attacks and send your blade spinning around to hit nearby foes. Spinning blade duration scales with number of blades consumed. Excuse me. I'm tired. And then we've got the scepter and the torch. We have the chain. Each stack applies torment. And then the last one will summon a clone, but instead we get a blade. Counter spell, or illusionary counter. Block the next attack and counter by inflicting torment and creating clones that cast Ether Bolt. Or we can counter spell, shoot at a bolt that blinds enemies in a line, summons a clone, and attack the first foe it strikes. Confusing images. Channel beam energy that damages and confuses your foes. The prestige, disappear in a cloud of smoke, blinding nearby foes and losing conditions. Reappear 3 seconds later, burning nearby foes. And phantasmal mage, strike and burn nearby foes, creating an illusion that releases a massive wave of fire that burns, confuses, and interrupts foes. And we have the staff, so we have winds of chaos, bounce an arm of energy between foes and allies. The first hit applies torment, while subsequent hits to enemies apply confusion. Allies, the orb bounces to gain fury and might. Phase retreat. Teleport away from your target, summoning a clone that casts Winds of Chaos, which is the skill. Phantasmal Warlock. Summon illusions that deal damage and inflict vulnerability. Chaos Armor. Blind and confuse nearby foes when you gain Chaos Armor. Chaos Armor grants you a random boon and inflicts your foe with a random condition whenever you are struck. And then the Chaos Storm, which was similar to that trait. Create the Magical Storm. Applies conditions to foes, boons to allies. The first strike dazes. And then we have, for amulet, we have carrying for power, vitality, conditioning damage. For the rune, we grabbed the crate to try and work on the bleeding. Although we can try all sorts of different runes for condition damage, but this was one that looked kind of tempting. For the staff, we have agony and confusion. So bleeding duration and confusion duration are increased. And then for the scepter and the torch, we have agony for bleeding duration and smoldering for burning duration. So that is our build. Unfortunately, the season ended, and if I would have won a couple of my games in my last couple of videos, I should have been able to complete this, but that's okay. I gotta do a better job. I wasn't playing. I didn't play like a bunch last week, so that doesn't help. All right, perfect. I'm definitely cool with finding a game right away. I want Forest, actually. Is it still my favorite map? It is. Hopefully this works well. We're back in the unranked. So hopefully we're balanced well. But we'll see how it goes. And I don't know I'm sorry with the weird picking up key. It picks up my keys a lot. I don't know if the input's funny. It wasn't like this. It was like the last 3 videos I've done. I should have been trying to figure out, but I tried unplugging my computer, or I tried unplugging the headphone and plugging it back in. I've tried resetting the computer, so if that doesn't work, I'm going to end up turning down the sensitivity on this, just so it picks up less, and then keep an eye on it when it decides not to be triggering this anymore. So, sorry about that, but hopefully it's not too annoying. I'm going to try and figure out a solution here for the next video, which I think is engineer. I think the engineer is the next one. I'm doing these ahead of time, so I think the engineer is next based off of the list. That's a lot of blades. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Scepter. Okay, just making sure the range on these things. Oh, these have 1200. These 3 do. That's good. That'll be fun. Alright, here we go with game number 1.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go well. That sounds about right.
The waterfall is yours.
Well, we didn't. We had 2 people go home, which did not help. That's okay.
You've lost the quarry.
Lovely. Come on! Really? God. That was cool. That was not good at all.
You've captured the quarry.
Sorry guys, it's just none of the last few games haven't gone well, so it's quite frustrating when nothing works when I hope it does. That sounds about right. Oh, come on. Oh gosh. Come on. Had one of them down and I couldn't. I'm not switching to my staff. My fingers are off on my keyboard, so that doesn't help. Thank you.
You've lost the quarry.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, really?
The waterfall is yours.
Seriously? I thought I blocked his attack.
Calm before the storm.
I thought I blocked it. Thought I timed it right where I would block the attack. Sorry, it's just nothing seems to be working, and it's frustrating, and I shouldn't be, you know,
You lost the
be
green.
frustrated, but I get a little competitive into things, and that does not help. But oh, come on. Thank you.
You lost the waterfall.
Really? I don't get it. And of course I didn't teleport. That's cool. Come on. Sorry, shouldn't get frustrated. It's just when I try to do things, it's not working. Which is why I'm frustrated. I'm also really tired. That does not help in any fashion. So. But I'm trying to make sure I get videos up for you guys because I didn't do a good job last week of doing them. So I'm trying to get more up this week. I blocked his attacks. He didn't like that.
The waterfall is yours.
That's lovely. Okay, can I actually trigger my skills? Nope. It's great when 4 of them come around that corner. That's always fun.
Your base is under attack. You've captured the quarry. Your base is under attack. Your base is under attack.
Trying to figure if he's coming through or not. Thank you.
You've lost the quarry. The waterfall is yours.
Ow, that hurt. No, of course. That's yeah, that makes sense. They're just running around zerging, and it's really annoying because I'm trying to find like duels to try and win because it's finding what works and what doesn't with these builds, and when I can't get the fights that I'd like to get for the videos, again, also kind of frustrating.
You lost the graveyard.
Sharper still.
You've captured the quarry.
God. I got 200,000, which is, I mean, okay. Just, you couldn't survive long enough to do anything. That was the issue with that fight. The team is, I mean, that's a good way to play. It's not fun to play against, which I'm just trying to get
Sharper still.
content up. Oopsies. But I mean, if you get the combos to work, like I like starting this one because you get the bleed, the confusion, then you get the block going, then you get the confusion, then you get the mages going. So you have lots of ways to get conditions going, but you need to be able to get them up. If you keep getting knocked back or stunned and stuff, and you've got one stun break, so that if that helps, which is good. But again, if you get stuck or knocked back, your stuff isn't work well, and I think that was the big issue with that game was you couldn't get any of your skills to trigger because either get knocked back, you couldn't. I got stunned and feared so much that I couldn't do anything, and it was really annoying. Like I said, again, I'm tired, which doesn't help. I'm trying to make sure I've done my last few builds haven't been good, so it's again kind of frustrating. I just want something to work, and as of right now, nothing is working. But it was good. It just helps to have good games. It helps to have good teams to go against, just to showcase what the builds can do. I mean, obviously, if a team plays well and stuff like that, that's another thing. But it's kind of like those. It's like I want to get I want to get one-on-one fights because then you guys can see how it does in 1v1s and what classes does against well and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I try to do with the videos. I may not talk about it, but that's why I do these. Is kind of some of you guys probably who watch these are probably way better at that than I am, knowing what's going to work better against certain classes and what. And it's just figuring out those things which can hopefully be found within the video. And I know I probably should talk about it more. But I mean, they're decently long already. I guess I could spend a couple minutes. But also, I'm more just trying to not die. I'm just trying to showcase the build. And again, that's something I should do because it's part of the build is knowing what classes you're strong against. But I do try and say that things like strengths and weaknesses, and definitely getting stunned and outnumbered for sure is another bad thing. If you're outnumbered and you get stunned a lot, you can't get your skills to work, which doesn't allow you to stack those conditions that you need to get going. Because that's the whole idea of this build. But hopefully this next game goes a little bit better than the last one. But I didn't even notice the condition damage healing. Mainly because I die too quick for it to even notice. I'm gonna try and stream at some point. I don't know when, but I'm going to at some point. So when I get that scheduled, I'll make sure to put that on the thing so you guys can notify to that, and you guys can come and watch. And it'd probably be me. I might just play with the Ranger. Probably one of my favorite builds because it's a fun build. But more just talk with you guys and extra builds and stuff. But I gotta figure that out yet. Or other builds. Mainly the streams would be builds I've done already in the past. Because the videos kind of are mainly focused on the build, where streams would be these are builds I've done in the past. Either they were really fun, they worked really well, and I just want to play them again, or things I'm like, this started to get better as I played longer, so maybe if I kind of remember what I'm doing, I could play even better. So that's kind of the idea of the streams. But I haven't done that in quite a while, so I hope to do that again at some point. I'm so tired. Oh man. I don't think we're going to get into this game based off how long it's taking for things to load. Huh. I would love to do one of these tournaments. That would be fun. Well, maybe if I can get a, once I get the Discord up, I can definitely ask people if they want to do these tournament things. That'd be kind of fun to do as a group. Doing a guild and all that fun stuff, but I need to work on that server yet. I've gotten all the builds I've typed out except the weapon skill builds. Every other build I have typed out on a Word document. I just don't want to go through and go back into the game and get everything set up and then type out what the idea. I mean, it will be very helpful on there. But then I'll make sure to put like a link to the video on that as well, so you guys can watch in action. But the idea would hopefully be that it's an idea. My God, an idea kind of like the meta battle. I think I've maybe showed it a couple times. But basically, it shows everything that's part of the build on how to play it, maybe some weaknesses and counters, and the variants would obviously be the different name. Like I do 1.0 or 1.1 to show the different variants. Just because I think I could do 1.01, but then it's like that could take a while, and so if I get to 2.0, it's like okay, it's not really a better version. It's just a different version of the same build. So would be like, which is why I think the condition damage builds work better, because it's like okay, trying different weapons and all that fun stuff, but also the skill build work because it's like okay, what combination of the skills work good too. So there's so much I can do, which is exciting, but also it kind of gets frustrating too at times. So
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs. An enemy ship is pulling into
pick
the harbor.
Guardian.
It's the
Which way are you going?
Now you suffer.
They've taken the bazaar from you. The dock's been captured.
Oh jeez. Hi there. Oh crap.
You've taken the archway.
Nice work.
I could use a hand over here.
Just light them up. Alright.
The dock's been captured.
Oh crap. That was a bad idea. That sounds about right. Perfect. Alright. Ow.
Sharper still. Replenishing. Time to do some real damage.
The bazaar is yours.
You'll have to hit much harder. I could outrun a centaur.
Be ready to give the signal and return fire once the cannons are loaded.
Time to do some real damage.
It's nice when everything works well. This is how I was hoping the first game was gonna go. I mean, for getting the conditions up and all that stuff. I said, if I can't get the idea of the build to work, it's not gonna be a very good build.
Cannons loaded. Ring the bell to signal them to fire.
Sharper still.
Alright.
Red team, ring the bell. Fire all cannons. Attack my turret. Come here, old friend.
I feel good. Another.
The bazaar is
Thank you. There, that was one of my better games in quite a bit. So that was nice. Okay, not as much. Really interesting. I thought it was gonna be more damage. We got more damage last game. Probably because it was a longer game, I think. But no, that definitely worked. That worked better. Because if you get the conditions going and you get your shatter skills going, it can add up really quick. It's not as high as other class conditions and stuff. But for Mesmers, it can definitely... Their conditions can be a lot... Well, I don't want to say that. I want to say they want to be more unique. But that would not be true because they've got the same as every other class. I don't know. I think torment and confusion are probably confusion probably is one of their more unique ones for a lot of classes to get. And Mesmer can have a lot of confusion, so that can be kind of fun. But yeah, that was kind of what I was hoping it would work better. You kind of trigger the shatter skills, which they have the range. You have the scepter, which allows you to get more blades quicker. Then you've got your button. Then you've got your staff, which kind of offers area effects, multiple more clone protective skills, and just kind of bounce back and help your allies, but still doing damage and stuff too. enemies. So, and then you got your getting rid of conditions and stealing boons, condition damage, stun, expertise, and blind and stealth. You got the blades, which can be kind of fun. You got the reflect projectiles and heal. So you have access to a lot of conditions. Is if you can stay up, play the range, you can get a good amount going. But if you can't, you're up close and you're up close and personal, and you're getting a lot of stuns and getting stunned a lot. Then it's not going to work because you can't play the way you need to. So I think getting stunned is a weakness. Making sure that play that range. That's also why when they play certain builds like certain maps is because revenge is open. The what was the legacy, the fault fire is kind of open, mainly the middle. The other two spots not as open, so it definitely helps to have the right map with the right build. When you play up close personal, those maps are good, but when you want to play the range, you gotta make sure you get the open range bonus. So I've been trying to grab better maps too, that hopefully help me out more. So I've been trying to do that as well. But yeah, overall good. Like I said, great condition damage if you get everything to work. Lots of condition damage increases. The blades are kind of fun to do. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and the build. If you did, be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Take care, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.